My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know,
Venga,
I'm actually looking
pues
forward
vamos.
to seeing Miss White again.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
Te arresto.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Al menos así obtendremos alguna respuesta, creo yo. Madre mía.
I know, but we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay?
Bueno,
It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble.
estoy
At the
bien.
Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing, I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse.
Sí.
You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
Él dio la
Georgie may
orden.
have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
No se preocupen por eso.
Don't worry about it. It's done.
Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby executed
No,
him.
no lo maté.
What?
Dead.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
Habla.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let
Déjala
her
terminar, por
finish.
favor.
Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
No voy a interrumpir.
Now, is there anything you would like to say?
No digas que eres inocente.
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crappy
Déjenlo
stuff.
hablar, a ver qué tiene que
Everyone
decir.
just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
Venga.
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs!
That's
So
right.
let's get
but
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself. And I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Está claro.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
Georgie's
once.
always been a bit of a powder.
Sigue hablando.
It was only a matter of time before something like this happened. Maybe I should have kept an eye on him. But can you really blame me for what happened?
Of course we can. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
No llamaría servicial a eso.
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament. they put you
Aprieto.
in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Ellos no querían
Right. They don't
protegerte.
do it because they want to protect
Tenían
you.
miedo.
You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Exacto.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you
Exacto.
kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position.
También es
You
cierto.
all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Madre mía.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
Nosotros no
We didn't
abandonamos a nadie.
abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really?
Sí.
What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
No trates de
I know
manipularnos, por
what you're
favor.
doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk
Oh,
about
we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means
is
that-
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
¿Dónde está
It
Crane?
wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Mejoraremos.
You did with her?
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you from people like him.
The crooked man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone
Él
would
nunca
die.
se
Do you
preocupó por
really
vosotros.
think the crooked man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He
Exacto.
cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
Se quedó solo.
Very good.
Gracias.
Very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
No puedes
So,
zafarte
are
de
we
esta.
done?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, crooked man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
¿Dónde quieres llegar a esto? ¿A dónde quieres
Where are you
llegar con
going with
esto?
this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated the poor woodsman when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
Sigue hablando.
Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
Por favor.
Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws
Cálmense,
apply
por
when we
favor.
need them.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
To
me.
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Hombre, Nerissa.
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
Venga, habla.
Kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know what
shut
you-
up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order.
Ella quería que todas fueran libres.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole.
Esto lo confirma.
You rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Sí.
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Throw him down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free.
¿Has acabado de hablar?
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Has tenido tu oportunidad para defenderte y la has desaprovechado.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
Estoy de acuerdo con la bruja.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we get
already?
rid of him.
Too dangerous.
Get him out of
We
here.
can send
No creo que
everyone.
sea
Listen up!
buena idea matarlo.
Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Everyone,
Deberíamos
calm down.
votar.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
Ups.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Me
Fine.
toca.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay.
Me toca decidir.
Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Yo lo tengo ya
Just
claro.
do what you think is right.
Muerte trae más muerte. Por muy culpable que sea.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We can
die.
lock
Lo vamos a
him
Just so I
encerrar.
can get rid of him.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
Oh, no. Te iba a dar una oportunidad, hijo mío. Pero me lo pones muy difícil. Muy difícil.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Te voy a encarcelar.
Please, we can...
Que lo sepas.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't be
What
serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right. Do it.
Lo dicho, muerte trae más muerte. Si lo podemos retener, pues lo retenemos sin problemas. Bueno, ¿has podido dormir, Bigby? Vaya nochecita. Fumar tendrías que dejar. No me digas, está ahí adentro.
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Let's just call it even.
Hey, Sheriff.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Aquí están todos.
Oh, Mr. Wolf? Flycatcher left his keys.
Gracias.
Right. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Me cae fatal este Bluebeard. Y no me ha hecho nada, ¿eh?
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Un cerdo con cervezas. Es lo último. ¿Pero dónde vas, tío? Hay cosas que no cambian, ¿verdad? Bueno, parece que todo vuelve a la normalidad. Hay gente que se va a la granja.
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day.
Ya. Lamento todo esto.
Just go grab that, would you?
Trate de ayudar. Es la
Sorry
verdad.
about all this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her,
Claro.
she was nice.
No te preocupes.
Sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best.
Mariposa. Ah, no,
It's the
escarabajo.
willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
Me encantará.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Estarás más seguro allí.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves. So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Adiós,
Goodbye,
TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
No voy a decir nada.
Right, that's what I thought.
Tendría que irse
Saying
también
goodbye.
Colin. Oh, Nerissa. Nuestra salvadora al final. ¿Por qué lleva todavía el lazo? Se lo podría quitar, ¿no?
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Lo entiendo.
It's okay. I get it.
Si te lo quieres quitar, quítatelo. No te voy a forzar.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
Venga.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand.
Vale.
You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they'd go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
Estabas tratando de protegerlas.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah.
Y las condenaste a muerte.
Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Te voy a tocar el brazo. Ah, ¿no? Ah, bueno, lo ha apreciado, menos mal.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess...
Lo hecho está.
What's done is done.
Ya no
I
hay que...
know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them,
Ese pedazo de tela
save the
era
rest of
tuyo,
us.
¿verdad?
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People
Pues sí.
like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
Siento que hayas tenido que hacer eso.
I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
Sigue hablando.
Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened.
Cierto.
You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing.
Bueno, gracias.
You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was
Pero
you.
haber hecho algo bien.
Some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Es lo mismo que me dijo Faith.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me.
You like my ribbon?
Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Es ella, Faith. Voy a ir tras de ella.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
No, no me digas que me deja aquí. Sí, me deja aquí. Yo creía que iba a tener más respuestas de ella. ¿Quién sabe? Quizás Faith, la chica que vimos al principio, era Nerissa, con un glamour. ¿Quién sabe? Bueno, se queda todo en el aire. Yo creía que yendo detrás de ella nos iba a dar más información, pero bueno. A ver, ¿qué le hice a Georgie? El 31% de los jugadores lo dejó morir, como hice yo. La mayoría de la gente a lo mejor lo mató. Bueno. ¿Qué más? ¿Le dio una oportunidad? Pues sí, le dio una oportunidad al hombre torcido. ¿Cómo lo castigué? Encarcelándolo. Acepté el regalo de TJ. El 98%, más del 98% decidieron aceptarlo. ¿Y qué hice? A ver, ¿dónde estabas? Ah, bueno, ¿qué le dije a Nerissa? Pues espero que haber hecho algo bien. El 54% con 8 de los jugadores. Estadísticas. Ah, bueno, aquí es la relación con cada uno de ellos. Con Bluebeard peleé con él después de la interrogación. El carnicero le ofrecí la protección. Colin le di un trago y lo ayudé a evitar la granja. Con el hombre torcido lo llevé al pozo encantado, pero lo encarcelé. Le di dinero a Faith después de la pelea con el leñador. Dejé morir a Georgie. Llevé conmigo a Snow al Trip Trap. Escogí esperar a Tim cuando fuimos a ver al hombre torcido. Acepté el escarabajo de TJ para dárselo a Snow. Todo lo apoyé cuando Snow quería enviarlo a la granja. Lo que pasa que, claro, al final. Y Fortachón escogí arrestarlo en el Trip Trap. Yo creo que estas son las estadísticas o las decisiones que marcan un poco lo que es la historia. Y hasta aquí. Hasta aquí The Wolf Among Us. Ha sido un capítulo súper largo que seguramente habré dividido en dos porque ha sido verdaderamente largo. No veía un momento donde cortar para no romper el clímax del final del episodio. Un juego realmente interesante. Es... no sé cómo decir. Una aventura que hasta el final no se atan todos los cabos. Hay uno que queda suelto, que es ¿dónde está Crane? Lo secuestraron, pero ¿dónde está? Al final no aparece, ni siquiera al final cuando hacen el juicio al hombre torcido. Si bien es cierto que tampoco están ninguno de los colaboradores del hombre torcido. No estaban ni los gemelos, no estaba Jersey, el hombre que salía ahí con los cuernos. No sé. Me olvido a alguien más, no estaba Timmy tampoco, pero claro, son colaboradores del Hombre Torcido. Bien, decidí encarcelarlo. Como he dicho en la serie, yo creo que matar trae más muerte. Se puede encarcelar si la bruja nos dio la oportunidad de encarcelarlo. Al menos el mal está ahí. Sellado, controlado. Ya sabemos dónde está y sabemos que no volverá a actuar. Yo pensaba que algunos de los animales se iban a poder quedar, como Toad, como TJ, como Colin. Colin al final se quedó un poco así de Strangis, pero bueno, parece ser que en la granja estarán todos mejor. Bien, espero que os haya gustado. Yo, como os he dicho, es la primera vez que juego a un juego de Telltale y me encantan. Tengo varios en mi biblioteca de juegos, en mi juegoteca, se podría decir, y seguramente traiga algunos más. El único problema que tienen, la traducción, pero hay una gran comunidad que se preocupa por traducir los juegos. Bueno, aquí está esos son la serie de cómics que en la que está inspirado este de Wolf Among Us. De hecho, escojo una novela gráfica hoy. Bueno, quizás para comprarlas. De hecho, los acontecimientos de este de Wolf Among Us son mucho antes, unos 10 años antes de la saga de los cómics, la lista de cómics. Por lo que sería algo muy interesante para completar, o por lo menos para saber dónde irán los tiros de la siguiente historia, de la segunda temporada. Antes de acabar el vídeo de hoy, quiero echarle un vistazo a los extras que no he visto. Durante el juego he ido desbloqueando figuras de fábulas, pero no las he visto. Vale, pues hay algunas que no he desbloqueado, quizás porque no he jugado algunas. Sabéis que cuando hay las opciones, tienes la opción de ir hacia un lado o a otro. Pues yo creo que aquí hay algunas que no he desbloqueado, pero bastantes. Supongo que bastantes, sí. Faltan muy pocas por desbloquear. ¿Y qué es lo que tienen? Si le damos a una... Ah, vale, te hacen la biografía de cada personaje. Interesante. Le echaré un ojo después. Logros. Bueno, los logros que hemos hecho durante el juego, quizás en base también a las decisiones. He dado el capítulo 1, luego en las ropas de un comisario. Bueno. Bien, pues como digo siempre, like si os gustó, recuerda que suscribiros al canal y seguirme en Twitter para estar al tanto de todas las novedades. Espero volver a encontraros aquí en el canal para disfrutar juntos de una nueva aventura. Hasta la próxima. Chao.